I've been approached to talk about food security, I've been extremely honored by such a trust. You have to know that my family has been impacted by hunger. My grandfather in Italy, the family of my wife in Ukraine. So for me, it's really a personal and very sensitive topic. If we look at the global context right now, we know that by 2050, the global population will reach 9.8 billion. And the food need will increase by 50%. On top of that, more than 20% of the arable lands, meaning the lands that are dedicated to agriculture, will decrease by 20%. And they will be exposed to erosions, to difficulties that at the end, we are expecting that the yield will be at threat. On top of this context that is quite important, we are also in front of a major food supply chain crisis. The war that is happening in Ukraine right now is really impacting directly the grain basket of a lot of countries. And the delivery of food to many countries, especially North Africa and Middle East, is highly endangered. And in parallel of this food crisis, the supply of this food, we clearly see everywhere, no matter the countries, that the prices are increasing by 13% since March. It means that less product on the shelves, and second, the product on the shelves will have a higher cost. So the affordability of them will be more difficult, and people will have more difficulty to be able to purchase the food. It means that we are in front of a clear social crisis, especially in Middle East and North Africa, that could reach to famine, and this is extremely sad. It means that more than ever, and everywhere in the globe, we need to care even more of the plants that will be sown on these lands in order to supply our future food. And for this, to care, there is three main aspects. The first one, water. Managing the irrigation, providing water to our plants. Second, food, providing nutrients and fertilizer to the plants. Third, health, to protect them, to be able to protect the plants versus all the attacks from fungus and from pests. You know, we all see farmers as agronomists, tractor drivers, mechanists, sometimes even accountant, or even a bit lawyer. But me, when I'm looking at farmers, I see doctors. Doctors of their crop. You know, everything starts by having their visits. You don't know how many times you are spending time in the field, going to visit the plants, if everything is okay. My best friend is farmer in France, and really, it's unbelievable the number of time per day is going in the field, checking that everything is okay, and taking care of each plant like a baby. So there is this visit that is a checkup, and after these visits, you can have some diagnostics. These diagnostics are there to see if there is something that is missing. It can be a lack of nutrients, like if I make a parallel with the human body, it can be like magnesium. That's why I'm eating a lot of chocolate. Or it can be an attack by a pest or by a disease. And in this case, my best friend, the farmers, are there making a diagnostic, identifying what could be the right product in order to treat and cure the plants. I think this is touching about everybody, because in our life, everybody got plants around, I guess, in the house, or grandparents during the childhood or whatever. Just as personal anecdote, last week I was looking at my petunia. They were fantastic. I was super happy. I love these plants. But this weekend, I discovered they were completely attacked by cochnails, and they were dying, completely dying, in only 1 week. And what I did, I just had to treat them in order to really protect them, because they were completely dying from this attack. And this you have to understand it's only one plant in a house or in a balcony. Can you imagine if you transpose this to a large-scale field with hundreds of hectares, millions of plants, how fast the disease can spread or a pest can spread? In only 1 week, one plant completely covered from blooming and thriving to dying on my balcony. So can you imagine in a field? That's the reason why we need really to provide to our doctors, the farmers, the appropriate tools to cure the situation and secure the health of our future food. You know, there is a very valid and powerful statement that I like. You can't produce healthy food and in quantity without having healthy plants, healthy crops. And this is clearly applicable to any crops. Can be wheat in France, can be corn in the US, rice in China, cotton in Turkey, no matter the crop. As well, no matter the size of the plot, can be few square meters up to thousands of hundreds of hectares. Everywhere in the world, no matter the crop, no matter the size, the farmers are there dedicated to protect their plant in order to produce a good yield and a good quality crop. In addition, what is very interesting nowadays is that the solutions, the pills that are there for the farmers are evolving, and they are evolving thanks to the scientists that are searching every day the best ingredients to provide the best solution to the farmers. One of the next steps that is arriving there as a solution is biostimulants. These biostimulants are there to support the plant at the very early stage to help especially the root system to grow fast and big. And you have to know that a plant is growing by these roots because the roots are capturing the water, are capturing the nutrients in the soil. The better the roots, the better the plant. So this is a very interesting solution that is helping to have better crops. Another one is the biopesticides. They are used especially in integrated pest management systems and in bioorganic production. And they are very interesting and in addition to the classic product that the farmers can use, and they are really, really impactful. So, as you can see, producing food starts by producing correctly the crop before. And farmers now have access to a lot of different solutions in order to protect their plant, maintaining them healthy, in order to produce healthy food and in quantity to nourish the world.